Bias in teaching can be defined as a tendency to favor or disadvantage students based on protected characteristics or personal backgrounds. We start with gender bias, which occurs when expectations or opportunities are shaped by gender rather than ability or effort. Define gender bias in your own words. Note who's encouraged to participate, lead, or pursue certain subjects. Next, socioeconomic bias can limit access to resources, opportunities, or advanced coursework for students from different economic backgrounds. Describe socioeconomic bias by asking whether resources, homework support, or enrichment are equally available to all students. Cultural bias happens when cultural norms or values influence how students are viewed or assessed. Capture cultural bias by encouraging students to share their traditions and connecting curriculum to multiple cultural perspectives. Language or accent bias occurs when language variety is mistaken for lower ability or effort. Define language bias by noting who is given time to think, who is interrupted, or whose ideas are amplified. Ability bias targets students with disabilities or differing learning needs, often through expectations or material presentation. Describe ability bias by examining accessibility supports and whether tasks are scaffolded to fit diverse learners. To define bias clearly, create a classroom bias matrix listing each bias type and observable indicators. Include examples of both subtle and explicit bias to help teachers recognize the range of expressions. Develop a set of guiding questions to assess potential bias before making judgments about students. Then create an action plan. Diversify examples, adjust grouping, and provide varied supports for inclusion. Now think about assessment bias. Ensure assessments measure learning, not stereotypes or background assumptions. In practice, incorporate student voices by soliciting feedback on how fair and welcoming the classroom feels. Provide ongoing educator reflection. Review bias definitions quarterly and adjust routines as needed. Finally, create a shared language about bias so families and staff can collaborate to support every learner. This video will now summarize the 5 bias types to define: gender, socioeconomic, cultural, language, accent, and ability. Remember, defining bias is about observable patterns, not personal judgments, and about promoting equitable learning for all. By identifying bias types, teachers can design fairer lessons, assessments, and classroom interactions.